Yeah, good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Lee.
All right, so it seems that the Lagos boys are now fully ready to take over what belongs to them. They are demanding for some millions of naira allegedly, and the brain behind this seems to be Femi Gbajabiamila, because what Dangote is going through, people are saying that it has the undertone of the Lagos boys that they need their own share, the usual owoda. In the revelation Peter Obi made today, he said Dangote is also facing all these adversaries because Dangote never supported him during the election. And what's your take on this?
In the first place, thank you for having me. But I don't know what they mean by what belongs to them. Because I understand that Dangote is a Nigerian and that it goes on any Nigerian, or rather, he have right to choose wherever he wants to be in the investment, as long as the laws governing the states he choose. It is not for any of them. I'm talking about this and that Lagos states. I'm aware that Dangote paid for the land he's using. It's another thing to say whether the government of Lagos State adequately and appropriately compensated the original owners. Now, I'm aware that going by the land use decree of 1987 or so, it is the state government that holds the land in trust on behalf of the people. So when they go there, perhaps approach the state government for land, they will reach out to the people who have those places as an ancestral home, ancestral land. So it's another thing to say whether the people who were displaced, who had that place as their ancestral home, were appropriately and legally compensated. Having said that, the controversy between Dangote and the NNPC, it is difficult. We may not have some level of classified information to say perhaps it's Lagos boys that is behind it. Because all we see is NNPC versus Dangote, the regulator versus Dangote. Even while the relevant committee in REP decided to intervene, the intervention is between Dangote and NNPC. Even what we saw on the page of this morning had to do with federal government to meet Milikaro and Dangote over dispute. In all of this, I think Mr. President have overbearing influence on everything that is happening. Because Mr. President, Senator Abobola Tinubu doubles as the president and the Minister of Petroleum Resources. And everything that has to do with petroleum resources, including NNPC, is under the purview of that ministry that the Mr. President is heading. So that day indirectly, Mr. President cannot fret ignorance of what is happening in that sector. And where it is, the Gbajabiamila, who happens to be the chief of staff to the president, is a very close associate of the president. And it will be wrong for anybody, whether you call yourself Lagos boy, whether you call yourself ruling class, whether you call yourself political class, whether you call yourself political class for the Yoruba land, it will be wrong of anybody to start identifying, intimidating, hounding the Dangote because he choose to site the refinery in the southwestern part of the country. Come to think of it, it just happened that Dangote is in Nigeria. If it were to be an investor who choose to come from perhaps United States of America, Canada, Russia, name it, into Nigeria for investment, and this is happening to them, don't you think it's going to affect Nigeria as an entity, our ability to attract foreign investors? Recall that when this government came on board, the first thing they did was to rush to some places in the world to start wooing investors. If they start seeing this type of attitude, tendency against investors, don't you think it's going to discourage investors from coming? And again, I think this is where patriotism counts. As Nigerians, irrespective of where you hail from, whether you are an Hausa man, you are an Igbo man, you are a Yoruba man, I think we should all queue behind Dangote. For me, I am of high tag, I stand with Dangote. It doesn't matter where I come from.
But why are so many Nigerians calling for the disintegration of Dangote, because this morning I spoke with about 3 persons. They are saying Dangote has enjoyed so much monopoly, and it serves him right. These are the words of common Nigerians. Is it ignorance or is it bitterness?
It's not, I would say bitterness. And I would say it is from a law that is somehow really traced to providence that says your favor naturally by providence always want to bring the favor down. And that's what it brings out. Like Dangote has said it recently, a Dangote that is perhaps an introvert has suddenly turned an extrovert. Because Dangote was explaining, even contrary to the perspective and opinion of Nigerians, he said in the full cost of that facility, that refinery, he only collected $2 billion from central bank. Contrary to the opinion of Nigeria, and he's making it public, asking people to verify, and he's challenging even CBN to come out and prove it wrong. And this is a man who have said, though I had intention to invest in Nigerian steel, but going forward, because of this accusation of monopoly, I am not interested. Let other Nigerians who are perhaps in other parts of the country who have money come and invest in Nigerian steel. The accusation of monopoly is getting too high. And come to think of it, like just like Dangote said, NNPC have always had the monopoly to export since they urged independent marketers out. Who have accused them of monopoly? Who are they accountable to? Mr. Nee, I want to remind you, House Committee on Petroleum or so under the last National Assembly, REM to be precise, probed into the affairs of petroleum industry in Nigeria. And it was discovered that from 2010 to 2023, that NNPC has spent 11 trillion in trying to carry out about turnaround maintenance of our 4 refineries. Up to today, none of them is refining. And it's a record that with $500 million, you can build a 100,000 barrel refinery, modular refinery capacity. And that 11 trillion, with the current exchange rate, we are looking at about $6.9 billion. So it means that amount they have used to fix our refinery that is not working, 11 trillion, would have given us about 13 modular refineries of 100,000 barrel capacity a day. And as we speak, we are not refining, and that money, nobody is asking question. I think for me, NNPC have even lost the moral standard to even talk anything about Dangote. Because what they could not do, Dangote is doing it. So I don't know why a Melekari or whoever is the regulator can even have the moral standard to start concerning Dangote. We are comfortable with Dangote. We are ready to use the product. Dangote have you questioned the rationale behind what the regulator is doing. According to Dangote, even the regulator do not have a working or operational lab to even test products.
One of the monarchs yesterday, Sanusi Lamido, whom we've always known to be a man who run commentaries about the government policies, spoke about Dangote. He called out the federal government of Tinubu that don't kill Dangote. Instead, go out there and make more people be like Dangote. He has also called out the NNPC, that the NNPC, they don't seem to want to back down from this their subsidy scam. Don't forget, one of the reasons that made Sanusi lost his job was because he called out the issue about NNPC, that some money was missing from the foreign reserve. What do you have to say about this statement of Sanusi?
I'll tell you that Sanusi is someone I cherish so much. Sanusi is someone I love. I read what he just said, and I think I stand by him. For me, it's not about trying to bring Dangote down. It's about what is your interest. Is there patriotism in what you are doing? But however you look at it, Dangote is an investor. It's just that he's a Nigerian and he chooses to be investing in Nigeria economy. If you bring that Dangote today and perhaps you take over that facility, are we saying that the government or whoever may acquire it have the capacity to manage it? For me, I align with Emir Sanusi 100%. I even went into prioritizing who to give FS even if you are a civilian governor. And according to him, he didn't see any wrong in prioritizing oil sector in giving FS. And according to him, on record, it's on record that everything Dangote got was based on exchange prevalent at that time, not that he was favored or they gave him preferential treatment. So me, I do not see any reason why Dangote should be facing this. Don't forget that immediately this government came on board, Dangote headquarters was searched by the anti-graft agency. Yes.
Yeah.
And up to today, they have not come out to tell us that Dangote have been found out. I'm not saying Dangote should cut corner. I'm not saying Dangote should circumvent the rule or law in this business. But if you have probed him, you have investigated him, you have not been able to go to the public to say XYZ is what Dangote did wrong, then why all this? Personally, I stand with them.
Thank you very much for that wonderful submission, Mr. Matthew. Do have a nice day.